Welcome to the John and Heidi Show podcast.
John and Heidi.
Here's John and Heidi.
Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show on a Wednesday. Hey, baby, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Super duper good. I'm excited because we're going to be visiting with a young lady from Cassie's Corner later in the program. Now, if you're on Facebook, I guarantee you've probably seen the photo of this lady wearing an outfit that looks like just a giant pair of pants. It's just like really long legs that go all the way up to her shoulders, and it's gone viral. Anyway, this is the young lady that posted that put that on the internet, and I'm going to just chat with her and see what it's like to have something go viral. And I, thought it was kind of interesting. I'm not saying I want to pair.
Interesting.
I don't want to pair or anything. But I'm excited to chat with a young lady from Cassie's Corner coming up. Also got a quote here from Vince Van Gogh. Vincent says this: "If you hear a voice within you say you cannot paint, then by all means paint, and that voice will be silenced." I like that. That's great. Go. So I love that quote. Very nice. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show on a Wednesday.
John and Heidi.
If you're a business owner trying to do your own website, maybe it's time to get help. Or if you don't even have a website, it's definitely time for help. It's 2018. This internet thing is here to stay. At 49bydesign.com, we offer a simple plan to get you online for just $49 a month with no setup fee. This includes a website with the hosting and domain name included in the price. We have larger packages available, but this will get you online so people can find you in 2018. We're affordable by design at 49bydesign.com. That's 49bydesign.com.
John and Heidi.
Today is a special day, Heidi. Do you know what today is?
What is today, John?
I thought you'd never ask. It's Wednesday, the 25th day of July. It is National Hire a Veteran Day. Love that.
Love it.
I think that's really, really cool.
Absolutely.
I'm so sad to see how many veterans don't have jobs. Mm-hmm. And then there's veterans that are like homeless. And it's just really sad to me. These are heroes.
Not okay.
Hire a veteran. Every day should be Hire a Veteran Day. But today is National Hire a Veteran Day. It's also National Merry-Go-Round Day. It is National Hot Fudge Sundae Day. It is National Threading the Needle Day. And it is National Wine and Cheese Day. Do wine and cheese go well together?
Yes,
I think everything goes well with cheese, but
everything goes well with wine.
Well, that's apparently why wine and cheese. I've just heard like when people are complaining, I'll hear somebody say, "Did you want some cheese with that wine?" Is that what really goes well with wine? Is that the best pairing? Is wine and cheese?
Awesome.
Is it? All right. I know someone who's going to celebrate. Heidi. Thanks for listening on a Wednesday.
John and Heidi.
Are you tired of high cable TV rates? Sign up for Dish today and get a $500 bonus offer while supplies last. Plus, lock in your price for 2 years guaranteed. Call All American Dish, your Dish authorized retailer now.
800-818-3967. 800-818-3967. That's 800-818-3967. Offers require credit qualification, 24-month commitment, early termination fee, and e-auto pay. Restrictions apply. Call for details.
John and Heidi.
Coming up, we've got your brain on drugs. But first, Heather Locklear's boyfriend, Chris Heiser, will not face jail time after he pled guilty to driving under the influence. This was the same day that Locklear allegedly assaulted him. So he is not going to go to jail over the incident. So I don't
wonder why.
Well, because not everybody goes to jail for that. Apparently,
Okay.
it wasn't a 12th offense or whatever. I don't know what it is. There's some place where like they have 10 DUIs and it's like a slap on the wrist. That makes no sense to me. There's always another option. Always. Somebody will give you a ride. You could walk. One way or another, there's always a better answer than drinking and driving. Heidi lost 2 cousins to drinking and driving. So this is something that matters to us a lot. When I was a kid, my dad would drink and drive all the time. I cannot believe we didn't get in accidents. So it's just a crazy thing to do that. It's a bad idea. There's always a better plan. Be a designated driver and be a better plan. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show. We've got your brain on drugs coming up.
John and Heidi.
This time of year, there are many parties, weddings, cookouts, and other events that often include alcohol. If you're drinking, be sure to have a designated driver. If you or someone you know has a problem with drugs or alcohol, there is help. The Addiction Hope and Helpline wants to help. If you feel like it's time to finally get the help you need, there's a toll-free number you can call, 1-800-438-0380. That's the Addiction Hope and Helpline, 1-800-438-0380. 1-800-438-0380.
John and Heidi.
And this is your brain on drugs. Authorities say a Virginia woman, quote, drunkenly crashed an ice cream truck into a car, end quote. That is quite the story.
That is.
She injured 3 people on National Ice Cream Day. News outlets report 35-year-old Elaine Durham is charged with driving while intoxicated and 3 counts of hit and run for the Sunday crash. Virginia Beach police say she was driving an ice cream truck through an area around 6:30 in the evening on Sunday when she hit a car and injured the car's occupants. 3 people were victims. They were taken to the hospital with non-life-threatening injuries, thank goodness. Police say Ms. Dunham was found near the scene. It is unclear if she has a lawyer or not, but she's probably in a little trouble for that. Hot water for the ice-cold ice cream incident. On Ice Cream Day, of all days. So 6:30 in the evening on a Sunday, she was toasted. That's a bad...
Was it her ice cream truck, or did she steal the ice cream?
I believe it was her
Like,
ice cream truck.
Trying to bring treats to the neighborhood children?
Pretty sure it was her ice cream truck. If you want to read all the details, I have them in the story. You can find the link in the show notes at johnandheidishow.com.
John and Heidi.
Now, big screen, little screen, Charlie Sheen's ex-wife, Denise Richards, is in the news. She may be one of the next cast members on Bravo's Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. I still haven't seen any of the Real Housewives, any of those.
I won't bother.
There are people that are big fans. They have several different episodes of that. So if you're a big fan, I guess that might be big news. And I think it came out like Thursday or Friday, so it's probably not big news anymore. Bruce Springsteen showed up at a Billy Joel concert. This is kind of neat. His 100th consecutive sold-out show at Madison Square Garden. Billy Joel has been doing really well there. Bruce Springsteen made a surprise appearance. How neat is that? And a viral video of Sacha Baron Cohen. Now, he's the guy that played Borat, and he played a bunch of other characters. Mm-hmm. Anyway, he was trying to fool a gun store owner in California, but he failed to fool the gun store owner, and that video has gone viral.
That guy's an idiot.
Well, here's the thing. He's just got a different sense of humor than you have. I'm not a big fan of his humor either. Some of it is very funny. Like, there are things that he's done that I'm like, now that's funny. But so much of it is just, like, really rude and mean. And I'm like, why be mean? Why be rude to people?
He's just a horrible human being.
Well, that's your opinion. There are
definitely
other people.
my opinion.
There are other people who think he's hilarious. So I'm not one of those people. But again, I don't dislike the guy. I think some of the stuff he does is funny and other not so much. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show. Again, I've got a link to the video and all of that in our show notes at johnandheidishow.com.
John and Heidi.
Now you can fly anywhere in the world and pay discount prices on your airline tickets. Book a flight today to London, Paris, Madrid, or anywhere else you want to go. And pay a lot less guaranteed. Call the International Travel Department right now at Low Cost Airlines.
800-719-5601. 800-719-5601. That's 800-719-5601.
Now your scoop of the day, courtesy of 80sinthesand.com. A new study by Shape Security found that hackers are responsible for up to 90% of the login attempts at retail sites. So all of the sales that happen online, that's only 10% of the traffic. 90% is people who are doing nefarious things. So that's kind of crazy. Why do these hackers... Well, I suppose they do it because it must work. You know, I was just going to say, why do they do that? But apparently it works. Don't be a hacker, kids. Instead, do something useful with your life. Like, be a radio DJ. No, don't do that either. Do something useful with your life. City of Chicago is on the verge of testing the universal basic income. Have you heard of this?
No.
What this would do, it would give every resident of Chicago a $500 monthly allowance to spend on their needs.
Yeah. So
they're saying, we're going to test this. We're going to see how this goes. Universal basic income.
Oh, my gosh. That is not going to end well.
I don't think so
telling
either.
you that right now.
I'm predicting that's probably not going to. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe it's going to be awesome. This is a cool thing. My son and I, by the way, just kind of a side note here, we just watched National Treasure on Sunday night. We watched that. I think we're going to watch National Treasure 2 like tonight. Don't know whatever happened to National Treasure 3. That was supposed to be coming 3 years ago. But this kind of reminded me of that. A sunken Russian warship that is believed to have had $130 billion in gold
Ooh.
went missing back 113 years ago, and they found it off the coast of South Korea 113 years after it sank in the Russo-Japanese War. So I wonder if they're going to be able to track down the $130 billion. If that's been down there this whole time, you'd think people would have been looking for that.
Oh, I'm sure they have been looking for that.
I dropped a $5 bill one day, and I spent the rest of the afternoon looking for it. I'm like, it's here somewhere. Your 2 o'clock meeting's here? Yeah, have them wait. John, it's 2:30. Just hang on. It's here somewhere. Guarantee you. Did I already look under this folder? I did. A sunken... Oh, yeah, we just talked about that. How about this one? A new study found that nude vacations, otherwise known as nudecations or naycations, are the hottest trend in the travel industry. Wait a minute. What? How is that the hottest trend? There's got to be like a fraction of percent of people who would actually want to do that. I think maybe it's just a new thing in the travel industry. This can't be the thing that everybody wants to do. Do you think there are a lot of people that say, I want to go on a nude vacation?
If I looked good, I totally would. I would go grocery shopping
Here's
naked.
the thing. Sadly, a lot of the people who do this probably shouldn't do this. Honestly, really, nobody should do this. But it's a bizarre... I've got a link to the story if you want to read all about it.
We've been to nude beaches.
Okay, and again, when you were there, did you look around and say, this is exactly what I was expecting it to be? By the way, that was a long time ago when we were much, much younger. It was on our honeymoon, believe it or not. Heidi talked me into some weird things back then. I've learned how to say no to so much now. A new study by the... no, I'm sorry. We just did that one, too. I'm like one step behind here, Heidi. What is going on with my mouse here? An online pastor is predicting that a super blood moon, which is coming in the end of August, he says that will cause the end of the world in late August. So,
well, there you go.
I don't buy that. I don't think he knows, because it says right in the Bible, and again, this is from an online pastor. Sir, if you read the Bible, it says that you don't know the end.
Exactly.
So
no man knows.
Nobody knows. So you can predict what you want to predict. I think he's looking for some notoriety, maybe, but I don't believe the end of the world is coming in late August. Now,
I don't either.
I guess if it happens, we're wrong, and you can quit listening if we all die. So
you have our permission.
I just don't think that's going to be the case. A New Mexico man who fed wildlife right outside of his home was bitten by a bear on Saturday.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
Chalk this up, by the way, to the 4th bear story in the last 2 weeks.
Yeah, really, because we've had a lot of those.
This guy was feeding wildlife right outside of his home, and then he got bit by a bear. He kind of was drawing them to him. But they always say you don't ever bite the hand that feeds you. So apparently this bear's never heard that.
He hasn't ever heard that.
Never heard that story. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show on a Wednesday.
John and Heidi.
Do you have ideas for t-shirt designs, but you don't have a clue how to print them? Or maybe you'd like to have t-shirts and coffee mugs available to buy online with your business logo printed on them. There's a website that makes it easy. We set ours up in about 10 minutes. There's no sign-up fee, no minimum orders, no monthly fees. It's just a really easy way to put some cool items online for sale, and you get paid every time somebody buys them. You don't have to print or ship anything. Just sign up, upload your designs, and then let people know where they can get your cool stuff. More details available at radiosavings.com. That's radiosavings.com.
John and Heidi.
Thank you so much for listening to the John and Heidi Show. Today we have a special guest, Cassandra Wade. Now, if you don't know that name, that's okay. You might have seen a photo from her store. She's got a store by the name of Cassie's Corner, and over the last couple of days, she's had a photo that has gone very, very viral. It's a pink jumpsuit, and it kind of looks like a gigantic pair of pants. Goes all the way up like to the young lady's shoulders. Cassandra, first of all, who is the young lady in the photo? Is that somebody that you know?
No, that is not a young lady that I know personally. She's just a model that actually models items from the manufacturer I shop from.
Oh, very nice. Well, now, the outfit has kind of gone viral, and that little post has been seen by a lot of people, hasn't it?
Actually, it has. I believe the Facebook analytics was that it was 12 million views.
Over 12 million views. Now, with your store, it's a small store. Now, where are you located, in Arkansas? Is that right?
Actually, I am. I'm located in Little Rock, Arkansas. I have a very small boutique. I navigate online, been at different shows. I also support different social causes. And so for me to have this type of attention, it's every small business owner's dream.
It is. And the thing that's neat is I like the fact that most of the comments that I'm seeing on here are kind of silly. You know, people are kind of having fun with the outfit. But, you know, the cool thing is, like you and I were talking about ahead of time, if it was just the same as every other outfit, it wouldn't be unique, it wouldn't be different, but by it being, kind of unique and standing out, you've gotten a lot of attention because of that, haven't you?
Yes, I have. And if you notice, John, my logo is a unique style of elegance. The fashions that I bring, they can be interpreted on different levels. I try to use a multicultural approach to fashion to offer one opportunity to have that unique look and servicing, the women in my community, both plus size and regular. And this jumpsuit, as you notice from the comments, and some of them are hysterically hilarious.
Yeah.
Received several different interpretations, and it's kind of like art. We all can see the same picture, but maybe have a different interpretation of the picture.
Absolutely.
And I apply that same concept to my clothing. I would post another picture of the outfit on an actual live model, and I'm going to test it out. I'm going to bring another approach, maybe with a hat, rhinestone choker, and a belt, and that's going to give it a totally another look.
Nice.
And that's what I like to offer to the women of my community, to be diverse in their style, to give each one to have that opportunity to be able to dress and to feel good and to look good, be you and be different.
Now, this outfit here is not the only thing that you guys sell. You have a lot of other things, as I was looking on the website here, and some of these other things that are on here kind of have unique, fun styles as well. Since this post has gone viral, have you seen an uptick in sales? Hopefully, has that kind of helped get some attention and also some new sales in the door as well?
John, it has been incredible. I've got sales I can't even feel. I've got pre-orders. I have an order coming in tomorrow that's sold out. I have more that are back ordered due to the influx of traffic to my site. There's messages from Friday I'm still trying to respond to, because when you get 600 messages, at one time, when they're steadily coming, that's a bit much to keep up with. So I've got some few other people to join my team, and we're working to make sure to get everyone accommodated, to get these fashions out. I really appreciate the support from the community, because they're the reason why I'm here.
Well, I appreciate you taking the time to chat with us. I know you're busy, and I even said I'll be very respectful of your time. I don't want to take a lot of it, but I really think it's just neat. My wife and I are big fans of small business owners, and when we see something like this, I looked at it and I said, boy, I sure hope Cassie was ready to capitalize on this, and I hope that it goes well, and it sounds like it is. So, there are going to be some naysayers that want to make fun of the outfit. They can do that all they want, and you'll laugh all the way to the bank, which is awesome. So congratulations on going viral, and congratulations on getting a lot of attention here, and I hope that it goes really, really, really well for you.
And it really has. And I'm also a therapist, working in the field of providing therapeutic interventions for those who suffer from substance abuse and mental health issues.
Nice.
That's my purpose. Fashion is my joy, and providing the opportunity of expression through fashion, being able to provide this service to the women of my community. That's kind of like therapy,
Absolutely.
And it's really been wonderful. It's also an opportunity for me to give back, because I will be hosting a fashion show probably in December for Project Hope, which is a charitable organization that provides food, clothing, shelter to needy families. I'll be doing a fashion show over for domestic violence awareness, which is a cause that I am passionate about.
Well,
there's just some really great things happening. This was unplanned and unprecedented, but nonetheless, like I say, it's every small business owner's dream.
Absolutely. Well, congratulations on all of the attention. And I know, like I said, there are some people that are putting silly, funny comments on there, but that just helps it spread even further. So I hope that that's the fuel on this wildfire that just makes this really take off for you.
Exactly.
Well, thank you again, Cassie. I appreciate you taking the time. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Again,
be blessed. Bye-bye.
Cassie or Cassandra from Cassie's Corner. And I'm going to throw a link in our show notes to show you exactly what we're talking about. If you didn't see the interesting pantsuit outfit that I think they called it a jumper, goes all the way up to kind of the shoulders. It's been all over the place on the internet, and this young lady is the one that posted that. So I've got a link to it in the show notes at johnandheidishow.com.
John
If you're a business owner, you should consider using radio. Radio is a powerful tool. Over 90% of us listen to the radio each week. Imagine if this ad was talking about your business, helping you hit your goals. We can help. We can also create a fun jingle too, to get people singing your song. When you put words to music, they're 9 times more memorable, and that makes radio work even better. Learn more at RadioReallyWorks.com. Radio jingles to help you get better results with the money you're already spending. RadioReallyWorks.com.
Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
The most children ever born to one woman was how many? How many children do you think one woman has ever had?
42.
More than that, 69. Yeah.
Whoa.
She was a peasant who only lived to be 40 years old. She had 16 twins, 7 sets of triplets, and 4 sets of quadruplets.
Holy cow.
Yeah. So that is a whole bunch of kids.
That's a whole lot
69
of kids.
children. So 16 sets of twins, apparently. 7 sets of triplets and 4 quadruplets.
Wow.
I don't know. I'm trying to do the math here in my head and see if that adds up to 69. But it's a whole lot of kids. And she was only 40 when she died, probably from having so many kids. Interesting fun fact right there. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show on a Wednesday.
John and Heidi.
If you're a business owner trying to do your own website, maybe it's time to get help. Or if you don't even have a website, it's definitely time for help. It's 2018. This internet thing is here to stay. At 49bydesign.com, we offer a simple plan to get you online for just $49 a month with no setup fee. This includes a website with the hosting and domain name included in the price. We have larger packages available, but this will get you online so people can find you in 2018. We're affordable by design at 49bydesign.com. That's 49bydesign.com.
John and Heidi.
Time now for the grandiloquent word of the day. You ready for a good grandiloquent word today?
Yes.
You're
on
gonna
the
have
edge
to,
of my
You're going to have to settle for this one. Just kidding. It's a good one, grandiloquent people. I think they're listening, by the way. Some of the words that they put in here are kind of responsive to some of the things that we say and do. I got a feeling that they're listening. Here's a good word for today. Dactylonomy. Dactylonomy.
I have no idea what this means.
This is the 1,000th consecutive time. I have no clue what I'm saying for this word, by the way. Dactylonomy. 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 The practice of counting on your fingers. The use of one's fingers to express numbers. So if I say 1 and I hold up a number 1, that's dactylonomy.
Okay.
The art of numbering or counting by the fingers. So if I'm saying, okay, I need one of these and 2 of those, or what, I don't know, that's probably not the right way to do it. But if you're counting using the appendages on the end of your hands, then you are using dactylonomy. Thanks for listening to today's grandiloquent word.
John and Heidi.
Now you can fly anywhere in the world and pay discount prices on your airline tickets. Book a flight today to London, Paris, Madrid, or anywhere else you want to go. And pay a lot less guaranteed. Call the International Travel Department right now at Low Cost Airlines.
800-719-5601. 800-719-5601. That's 800-719-5601.
Time now for some weird news for you on this Wednesday. I think it's definitely time for weird news. Here's a weird story from England. The civil service made an eye-popping error after accidentally publishing a satirical poster encouraging parents to shoot their children if they suspect they have contracted rabies. It was a current issue of Civil Service Quarterly, featured a poster produced by a fictitious council of Scarfolk. It's just a fake thing. The fictitious town of Scarfolk was created by a writer and designed by Richard Litter as a dystopian satire of the 1970s, and somehow leaks into the reflection of current affairs. So they have no idea how this actually made it in there. He told the Sky News that he had no idea how the poster ended up in the magazine, although he said, quote, "I'd like to think that a Scarfolk ran or a cult member infiltrated the civil service, as my book predicts," end quote. The Cabinet Office declined to comment. So they have no idea how this happened, but he made this just as a joke. It was satire.
Right.
And then it made it into a real magazine.
Wow.
So hopefully nobody follows that advice.
Well, they don't have any guns, so how are they going to do that?
I hope that doesn't happen. Again, that happened in England. It's some weird news on this Wednesday.
John and Heidi.
Time now for your moment of duh. A Louisiana man behind bars after dialing 911 to see if there were any active warrants for his arrest. He's 24.
Oh, my gosh.
Christian Palosis reportedly placed a call just after 10 p.m. on the 16th of July, so earlier this month. He told officers responding to his call that he knew the difference between an emergency call and a non-emergency call. And he said, hey, I'm just checking to see if I have any warrants. Now
oh, my gosh.
Being charged with unlawful use of 911. The violation carries a $500 fine and as much as 30 days in a parish jail. So I don't know if he had any warrants.
No, well, no.
He's got
he must
one now.
not have because he was arrested for that. If there were warrants, he would have been arrested for something else.
Yeah. So, like, what did you do? Well, I'm just wondering if you caught me. That's all I'm checking to see.
Oh, my gosh.
So, like, well, we'll come pick you up now.
That is ridiculous.
We'll figure out what you did. I'm sure you did something else. This was not a good plan. He didn't think this through. That's why
not at all.
It is today's moment of duh.
John and Heidi.
This time of year, there are many parties, weddings, cookouts, and other events that often include alcohol. If you're drinking, be sure to have a designated driver. If you or someone you know has a problem with drugs or alcohol, there is help. The Addiction Hope and Helpline wants to help. If you feel like it's time to finally get the help you need, there's a toll-free number you can call, 1-800-438-0380. That's the Addiction Hope and Helpline, 1-800-438-0380, 1-800-438-0380.
Now, fake news or Florida? Heidi, you tell me if this is something that really truly happened in the great state of Florida or if it's all just made up. You ready for one?
I am ready.
All right. A Florida man gets his hand caught in a toaster trying to get out a waffle. Fake news or Florida?
Florida.
Fake news. I made that one up off the top of my head.
Because it's happened to you.
No, it hasn't. No. I did burn myself the other day. Here's the thing that's going on with us. Did you notice I had to throw away all your bread, by the way?
I saw that you threw it away.
It was moldy. It was disgusting. So we had one loaf of bread that the bread was so small you couldn't even get it out of the toaster without, like, putting your fingers inside. And then the next loaf of bread, the bread was so big you had to toast it on one side and then pull it out, flip it over, and pop it in and toast it again. Can we just get regular bread, please? Not Melba toast from now on. All right, that's going to do it for our fake news or Florida. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show.
John and Heidi.
This portion of the John and Heidi Show is brought to you by the John and Heidi Show. That sounds kind of funny, but it's true. Go to your local radio station and ask them to start carrying the John and Heidi Show. Here's the best part. They can carry the show for free. They play a couple commercials, but it doesn't cost them anything every month. So if you know a radio station that could use a little bit of help, send them our way. Send them to johnandheidishow.com. Again, johnandheidishow.com. We would love to do a radio program in your community. Then you could listen to the podcast and listen to us on the radio.
John and Heidi.
And it's time now for some good news, and we could use some good news. We always like to wrap the show up with something positive, and it comes your way courtesy of Odiva. It's the monthly subscription service just for the ladies. All of the details, by the way, at radiosavings.com. You ready for some good news?
Ready.
All right. I wish my computer was as ready as you were. It's going really slow today. I don't know what in the world I am doing here, but here is our story. Police officer shaves homeless man's beard in a gas station parking lot so he can land a job.
Oh.
So this is just a cool story, and this just came out the other day. And I've got a link to our good news and all of our other stuff as well in our show notes at johnandheidishow.com. And this story goes like this. A police officer went above and beyond the call of duty so he could help a needy citizen get back on his feet. A woman had been sitting in her car, and she noticed Officer Carlson of the Tallahassee Police Department in Florida shaving a man's beard outside of the gas station. After he was finished, the homeless man left, and the police officer went inside. Curious about the strange interaction, the woman went inside and offered to buy Carlson, the officer, a drink, and asked him, "Why were you shaving that man in the parking lot?" And that's when he said, well, he had been next door at the McDonald's, and he overheard the staff talking about this homeless man, and they wouldn't allow him to start working at the restaurant until he shaved his beard. The officer went next door, bought some clippers, and offered to shave the man's beard right there in the parking lot.
Awesome. That is
when he was
so
finished,
awesome.
The homeless man went back to McDonald's to lock down the job. So that is very cool. And she says, I am proud to live in a community where our deputies and officers are such wonderful people.
Absolutely.
Good job, Tallahassee Police Department. And there's a video and there's photos and all of that in the good news section. You'll find that in the show notes at johnandheidishow.com. That is a great story.
It's an awesome story.
Time to say goodbye, Heidi.
Goodbye, Heidi.
Goodbye, everybody. Have a great day. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show on a Wednesday.